So chapter 30 starts from where the previous episode ended. Gwon comes to Madame Ju's garden looking for Do-hee and tells her that you do need to give up because of me to do what is right for you so that you will be happy. Do that because whatever is best for you is also best for me. On which Do-hee would say, I have lost everyone whom I loved, my mom, dad and Madame Ju, and now because of me, something will happen to you too. Saying that he doesn't care about himself. Saying this, he goes closer to Do-hee and kisses her. Plant shower, water falls on them. But this also continues their case. Do too. Water, both of them also went. That is why Do-hee was not injured. She gets worried. So she asks her to hurry home. But Gavin stops her by holding her hand. And then everything stops around them. Geotic is surprised and Gavin tells her that his powers have returned. Hearing this, Do-hee becomes very happy and gives her rights to Ga-won. After which both of them come to Ga-won's injury. This makes the atmosphere a bit romantic. And their romance continues, but with this we see Ga-won's office man, or the clock stop. Now what will be the meaning of this, we will know later in the story. Next morning Gavin wakes up and sees Do-hee sleeping lovingly and asks himself whether it is because of this feeling that falls in love. Do-hee gets mad, then Do-hee wakes up, but seeing Ga-won looking at her like this, Do-hee shyly takes the blanket. Ga-won asks what happened. Then Do-hee asks him, when have you been awake? Ga-won says, just a little while ago. Do-hee, she asks, I was snoring. Gavin says, well, I don't have any problem with things worse than that. Asks, then did I really snoring? Gavin says no, but still, I was feeling that's why it was mine. When she's not showing her face, Gavin says, I'm hungry, let's go out to eat. She removes her blanket and says, Do-hee says, I thought a cup of coffee would do the trick for you. Gavin says, yes, I know that with coffee, the work will be done. And maybe I've also become almost a human being now. Why I'm feeling hungry. She just listens and smiles, and then both of them go to the same restaurant where both of them met for the first time. Due to misunderstanding, Gavin this time I had not booked the entire restaurant. When asked about this, Gavin says, I was relieved that by eating food sitting together among so many people, the surrounding quite good and lively. And this idea did not seem so bad to me. Vasudev smiles and then the waiter comes to them with the menu. Then Gavin asks him to bring a couple set. On this the waiter tells that the couple set is available only during Christmas. Gavin says, but we are here to eat the couple set. We had come for this. You consider today as Christmas and bring a couple set for us. On this, the waiter tells him that the ingredients of the couple set are not available yet. Now Gavin was getting angry after hearing this. That is, orders the same dish for both of them. Gavin complains that these people are discriminating against the demons. Why is the couple set available only on the day of Jesus' birthday? Then he says that we will come back on Christmas Day and we will celebrate with your favorite cake. Who says you are telling a demon about celebrating Jesus' birthday? Then he gets a little serious and asks why you don't want to do it. Togan laughs and says, no, it is not like that. So I was just saying this, but why does everyone do so much drama on Christmas Day? Christmas makes everyone very happy because everyone has become children again. Gavin says only then I will think so much on Christmas Day. Why is there so much noise? They hear the voice from behind Ga-won, Do-hee's old blind date, who had come on a blind date with another girl. So he was boasting to that girl and saying, once I went on a blind date with a very rich girl who fell in love with me at first sight. She was dying to marry me. To marry me, she went after me, but I refused him and told him that I do not want to live as a dog of any rich girl. In this way, I rejected the marriage proposal of that rich girl. Hearing all this, now after listening to his nonsense, I start crying. You are a dog. If you don't want to become one, then why did you smell everything like this? Now seeing them here, he tells his blind dead self that we should go somewhere else. Saying this, he silently slips away. But Goblin is angry at him. He's coming. So he asks him to give his hand to Dohee to taste the pleasure. How dare he say something like this about you? Very fond of being adored. Let me show him right now, so that he won't say anything about you. Before she thinks 100 times. There is no need to do anything like that. I was the one who would ask her to register the marriage. Hearing this, Kwon says, why are you still taking the side of that donkey? Dohee knew how to convince her. She says, maybe I did tell you that I am not going to work today, because today I have to celebrate the company's anniversary with you. If you hear that, then you will. He battle is outside Gawon's room in Sonwol Foundation, because he was worried about Gawon, but he does not get any response from inside the room. Gawon is in Pakistan, where Doi tells Gawon that she has to go to work. Gawon says, I don't like it at all, but you used to love your work, Dohee? Says yes, you did until I fell in love with a demon. Joseon, his demon, becomes very happy, so he asks Dohee, what do people do on a date? Dohee tells that they drink coffee, have lunch and dinner. Gavin says that's all and nothing special. She says, isn't it special to do everything with me? Then he gets a call from the butler, who starts asking, where are you? How are you? I am standing outside your room. Then tell that both of us are near Han River. Then Gavin would also tell her that we both have come on a date and disconnect the call. Now it is interesting to hear that when did all this happen? Boss was very yesterday. Here, Gavin sees a couple and asks Dohee that since long time I've been wondering what this strange thing is. Only Dohee tells it is a couple cycle. Now Gavin gets very excited after hearing the couple, so he tells her to take it. Then we both will also try. He says it is not that special, but Gavin was so excited that he took Dohee with him. Gavin goes for cycling, then both of them are having a lot of fun while riding the cycle and visit many places. Then Gavin notices the boats whose sensors are a couple. Then he says to Dohee, Kitch Lona, let us also try that one. Dohee bars like, why nowadays everything is for couples, but seeing Gavin so excited, she says yes. Go, where is he? We see Suvan, who is still lost in thought that Dohee is planning something, otherwise she would be so. How can she leave everything so easily? What can Dohee plan? She herself starts creating possibilities and thinking about all this. She starts going crazy and says, why am I not able to understand Dohee's plan? I used to have IQ in high school, maybe my brain cells have died due to drinking too much. I have to stop thinking and join the community. That's why Gavin and I are just roaming around in a beautiful place. They come and seeing this place. Gavin is very happy and says that there is nothing better than these man-made places. I like the things made by man more than the things made by God. Don't like cow and ask to anyone. Asks, do you like God? Likes their boss? No. By the way, I never met God face to face. That's why I don't have any special attachment to him. Work for which he sent me here 200 years ago. I'm going to do it. Doi says, I'm wondering how your life would have been in these 200 years. Who says you will not be able to understand? Doi says, No, I cannot understand how you would have lived these 200 years alone. Just want you to know, I want to accept you. You are. Gavin tells him that earlier, we daemons used to be the deans of humans. A name daemon is derived from a Greek word which means sharing the same fate, she says. It is right for us also. It was proved that our fate also is the same. Due to this, both of them smile, looking at each other. Then both of them ask then, why did humans start calling demons devils? It is because some demons have started doing bad things by not accepting God. Because this work is not that easy, but I have been doing it for the last 200 years without doing any wrong thing. Dohee would tease him and say that you are not that bad. She would hold Gavin's hand and say, Guardian. Both of them smile, close their eyes and enjoy the fresh air here, after which both of them leave. Then we see that someone was taking their photos. Both of them reach a cafe, where Gavin has a couple of drinks, had ordered a set. Now the waiters keep looking at his Gavin. He comes to Dohee with his couple drinks set. Then, he tells Dohee that earlier I used to think that people are quite useless, but now I understand. Humans look very cute, like a cute kitty, which I am very fond, and because of that, I started liking all the cats in Kidunks. So I used to ask, are you comparing me with any cat? Then, Gavin stood behind me for a moment, when he says to Dohee, each other calling each other baby? That if you don't like kitty, should I call you baby? Dohee teaches him a little and says no. Then, you call me too, Gavin. Dohee says that you are crazy. Yes. Jason Gavin gets a little angry and says, what do you mean, I am your husband? Saying this, boy turns his face to the other side. Then, Dohee stops teaching him a little and says, okay, kitty, the name is correct, Gavin. Also tells her angrily that otherwise I do not like her anymore. Only then she starts and shows the boats in front and asks, would you like to go again? Having said, she starts convincing Guy. But we see that someone was clicking her photos from a distance. Now who secretly was clicking her photos, we will see in the next part, part 32. Ends here with this. If you like the video, if you are visiting the channel for the first time, hit the bell icon. See you soon in the next part. Till then, take care and bye-bye. Music.